Welcome to Blue Talks.
I am so incredibly excited to be standing in front of you at Cambridge University today. Thank you so much for welcoming me. I'd like to introduce myself if you don't mind. I prefer dogs over cats, but I love pets. I've had a bearded dragon, mud skippers, and a Maine Coon cat. I am addicted to Diet Coke. There isn't much that I wouldn't do for a Diet Coke. Just keep that in mind for later. I'm Jewish. I have tattoos and piercings. I'm the baby of the family. I'm a type 1 diabetic, so spoiler, you might hear my insulin pump beep. If it does, I'm fine. If I fall to the ground, I'm not fine. In 2021, I had double knee replacement, and yet I'm still able to stand here in front of you. I love plants, crystals, and water. I have this unusual attraction to the water, even the pond outside of Churchill College. I love the beach, but I hate getting sandy. That feeling of sand on my hands is just terrible. I'm never without my cell phone. I'm like a 13-year-old girl. Normally it would be in my pocket, but it's sitting on my seat right now. And if there's music, I will dance. So if your phone goes off, you can be rest assured that I'll appear. I'll shake it. I have no feeling of being hungry or full until it reaches the extreme. I've gone skydiving, cave diving, diving with great white sharks. I used to be a Muay Thai boxer, and I'm an Ironman. I suffer from imposter syndrome. I present a lot across the United States and internationally. And yet every time I step on the stage, I wonder, do I belong here? Am I smart enough? Am I pretty enough? Am I skinny enough? Will people listen to what I have to say? I suffer from depression, anxiety, and an eating disorder. I'm probably one of the most empathetic people that you will ever meet. I can feel the energy in a room. And I'm quite possibly one of the most loyal folks you'll ever meet as well. So when I tell you I'm part of your team, you have me forever. Why did I just share all that? Because I'm crazy? I mean, I am crazy, but like the fun kind of crazy, not like the dangerous kind of crazy. Y'all don't have to worry. We're good. Like, I'm not going to follow you around. We're good. I share that because there's a really good likelihood that something I said struck a chord with every single one of you. And that right there is the foundation that we will now use to begin our relationship. I became a police officer in 1997 because I wanted to help people. And I very quickly learned that policing is not about helping people. It's bureaucracy, it's red tape, it's going through the motions. And probably towards the end of 2014, I was off duty and I got a text message from my lieutenant that says, hey, school district is thinking about starting this position, school resource officer. I don't really know what it involves. This was a really long text message, by the way. I don't know what it involves, but I think it would be a good fit for the police department, a good fit for the school district, and a good fit for your personality. And the hours are Monday to Friday, 7 to 3. Are you interested? I couldn't type yes fast enough. I used more exclamation points than any grown woman should use in a text message to their boss at any given time. And what do you think happened with that text message? It did not go through. I abandoned my shopping cart in the grocery store. I ran outside. I was touching metal and anything that I could find in tin foil to get that message to go through. And when I assumed the role of school resource officer, my life changed forever. It changed who Beth Sanborn was as a person, as a professional. It changed my volunteerism. And let me explain. If you're unfamiliar with the role of a school resource officer, we are sworn police officers wearing traditional police uniforms, trained to work in conjunction with school districts. So I now reported to the school district every single day. That was my beat. Those were my kids. That was my community. We serve 3 essential functions in no particular order. We are law enforcement, with which I did that with my uniform. We are informal counselors and mentors, which means I got to spend time with my kiddos. I got to learn about them and find out what their passions are and what makes them tick and what makes them smile, what makes them scared, and how they define success. Because the really neat thing is that everyone in this room has a different definition of success. And we've all taken a different route with which we achieve that success. And then finally, I'm a public safety educator, which means I teach. I'm not walking into a chemistry classroom and mixing chemicals together to teach about chemical reactions, because we would need 911 for a very different reason. Instead, I can walk in and talk about the Constitution, or what a proper dating relationship should look like, what to do if you're pulled over by the police, or the dangers of drugs and alcohol. And over time, as I worked with my students, and they realized that I was not out there to proactively catch them doing something wrong, I was there to catch them doing something right. I was building relationships and rapport. I saw my role as being a kid cheerleader. I just dressed a little differently than everybody else. Is it safe to say, let's talk about having a police officer in a school, because for some folks, this is an incredibly foreign concept, right? What do police officers do? We arrest. You do something wrong, you get arrested. Makes sense, right? But if you're unfamiliar with how school resource officers are very specifically chosen, remember my lieutenant knowing that it would be a good fit for my personality? And we're very specifically trained because guess what? Crimes are happening every day in schools, but kids aren't getting arrested every day. And if you're properly equipped, you can do a great job. So let's take an example here. Are y'all familiar with Oreo cookies? Yeah, of course, we all are. We all love our Oreos. You might unscrew them, you might bite them, you peel them off and lick. Yeah. Can we all agree that if you were to take something that belongs to someone else and you were going to steal it and take it as your own, is that a crime? Feel free to all 200-300 of y'all say, you can say yes, it's okay. Good, okay, I got you. Microphones can't pick y'all up, that's good. So stealing a pack of Oreos, that's a crime, right? We take it from someone else. You might be shocked to hear this, but kids are stealing food from cafeterias every day. Every day. Fruit snacks, Oreo cookies, chocolate chip cookies, slice of pizza. Don't ask where they're hiding the slice of pizza to get it out. That's another talk. School resource officers are trained to look at the why behind the behavior, not just the behavior. So stealing a pack of Oreos from the cafeteria is a crime. We're not arresting students for that. Because why might a student steal a pack of Oreos from the cafeteria? Altogether, you know what, I'm just going to pick on my front row folks here, because you know when the folks sit in the front row, you know they're interested in getting engaged. So nice and loud, can y'all come up with a couple reasons why a student might take a pack of Oreos from the cafeteria? Maybe because they're hungry. Good answer. How about another reason? A bet. Maybe it's a bet and they're trying to impress someone. Did I hear someone else say that maybe they're not allowed to have Oreos at home? Maybe they don't have enough money in their lunch account. Maybe they just thought they were being fun and funny. And while we can all agree that that's a crime, a reasonable person would understand that you're not arresting someone behind that. Because I'll pose another question to you. If you in this audience were arrested for every little thing that you did wrong, would your today look very different than it already is? I see a lot of heads nodding. Thank you for being willing to participate. It's my pleasure to be able to share my passion for school-based policing, because when we get into this industry of wanting to work with kids, we're there to be a safety net. We're here to be a support system. And we can only do that when we work together. And when we feel comfortable in speaking with each other and collaborating and communicating to help our children succeed. Because it doesn't matter where our children are, they still all need to feel that love. They still all need to feel safe and secure. And they need to feel supported so that they can be successful. So my call to action to you is that if you get the opportunity to meet a police officer, specifically a school-based police officer, I encourage you, please, go up, shake their hand, introduce yourself to them, see their smile. More importantly, watch how they interact with their children, because a good school resource officer will call all of the children their children. And then quite possibly the most telling of all, watch how the students interact with their police officer. Because I can promise you, there is not an officer on this planet that will protect their children more than their school resource officer. We love our kids in a totally appropriate way, and we want to help them succeed and achieve so that they can be the successful members of society that we hope that they would be.